Welcome to another exciting episode of Film Reels, where we're going to be interviewing local writer-director Robert Love of Dead of the Night. So coming at you real strong, we're going to be kicking it off and then slapping you across the face because that's what we do here at Film Reels. Whatcha! And so that was Dead of Night with director Robert Love, who we have here in the studio today. So let's just get this interview kicking off. So Robert, where were you born?
I was born in Dixon, Illinois.
Dixon, Illinois. What was it like growing up? Was it fun? Were you just running up? Were you just in the country or was it in the city?
We lived in the city. Dixon's a pretty small town.
Yeah?
Like, I don't know. Yeah, very small compared to
500
Madison.
1,000 people?
Like 1,200 people.
1,200 people? Okay. That's about how big my hometown was.
Yeah.
It's pretty tiny. So did you do a lot of like film stuff as a kid, or did film come later in life?
Oh, film came a lot later.
A lot later. So just kind of like involved with anything awesome in school when you were growing up?
I did chorus. I sang. I did magic. I was into ventriloquism growing up.
Awesome.
Yeah. And then I found out about girls, and I got involved with band, playing guitar.
So what was the band that you were in, or is it?
Oh, I was in a bunch of different bands.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you remember any of the names of them? Come on, recall.
Let's see. Zeus was one. Yeah. Teaser. I was in Kaz and the Babe Magnets.
Kaz?
So I was a Babe Magnet. Yes. Proud moment for me.
So, where did you go to? Did you go to college?
Yeah, I was so good I wound up going to 2 different colleges.
Ooh.
Yeah, I went to Northern Illinois for a year, and then I wound up going to Illinois State.
Okay.
And I wound up graduating with a computer science degree.
Nice, nice. Were you involved in any clubs then, or just kind of?
No, again, I was really going to be a rock star. That was the main focus. It didn't pan out, but that was the big focus then.
Well, that's all right. It's all right. So what did you do right after college? Did you immediately move to like Madison, or were you still in Illinois at that time?
I wound up going to Chicago.
Chicago, okay.
And worked in insurance. I was a computer programmer for an insurance company.
Okay. So what insurance company did you work for?
CNA Insurance.
Was it everything you dreamed of and more?
Incredibly boring. I was one of a billion people in a tower.
Okay, okay. Okay, so what brought you to Madison then?
Well, I moved around after Chicago, but I came to Madison to work for Raven Software as a programmer.
Nice.
And they make video games.
Yeah, so for anyone who doesn't know, like, what has Raven done?
What hasn't Raven done? It is the best damn game studio on the face of this planet.
It's true, it's true.
We've done so many cool games. We've done X-Men Legends, we've done Marvel Ultimate Alliance, we've done Wolfenstein, we've done Singularity, more recently we've worked on Modern Warfare. So
nice.
It's a great, great place to work at.
Now, one of those you're a little more, were more involved with. Which one of those was, you had, like, didn't you say you were a writer for one of those?
Oh, I was a writer on all that.
On all that?
I've been a writer for Raven for about 12 years now, 12 or 13 years.
Sweet. What is writing for Raven? Like, what do you have to do exactly? You just come up with the story ideas, or?
Well, a lot of it now, you work with a group of people. It isn't just me sitting alone in the dark writing stuff up. So you work with the team, you work with producers and all kinds of different people, and other times you work with writers, and you try and get a script together.
Okay, okay. Now, through some of those productions, you've also had an opportunity to work with some pretty big names. Can you talk more about that?
Sure. Once we get done with the script, it winds up going to do voiceover. We call it VO. And they send me off to LA to help with the voiceover direction. And I've been really lucky to work with some of the actors. Again, it speaks to Raven and Activision, just the caliber of talent I've gotten to work with. But I've worked with Patrick Stewart. I've worked with Hugh Jackman, Ed Asner. So it's really incredible. Because before you'd think these people only work in movies, but video games are now becoming as big, if not bigger, than movies. Yeah,
that's true. Well, so you film those people in L.A., right? You fly out of Madison and go out there.
Yeah.
So what's life like when you're in L.A. for the period of time that you're there?
I'm either in my room or I'm in the voiceover studio. It's not running around partying with the stars. As much as I wouldn't mind hanging out with Patrick Stewart or Hugh Jackman, it's pretty much just, I'm there to work.
And you said there's kind of like a vibe that was out in LA.
I love the vibe of LA. Just the energy, it's incredible. It's a very creative spirit there.
And between LA and Wisconsin, where do you like to be more?
Oh, I'd much rather be in Madison.
So what got you involved with wanting to make Dead of Night or filmmaking in general?
Well, in writing for Raven, they have cut scenes, which are, in between you go to a level, they'll have a scene pop up. One of my favorites we did for Wolfenstein was the opening, and you've got B.J. Blazkowicz running around along the top of a battleship and all these Germans chasing after him. And I'm very proud of what was done, but the camera work wasn't what I would have done.
Yeah.
And so I thought, you know what, I'm going to try doing this myself. So I did a couple short films, and I had so much fun doing that I decided to do a full-length film. Little did I know that is a much bigger mountain to climb. So I wound up doing Dead of the Night, and it took me over 3 years to get it to this stage.
Awesome. But you're done now, right?
Yep, we're all done. Now it's fun time. I get to talk with people like you.
Awesome. So let's see. You said that you did some short films. What short films did you do?
The More Things Change was one. The Plan was another one. Moments of Truth, and we just recently finished shooting one called Prey, which has an E and an A in it. It flips around.
Oh,
so
wow.
It's deep, like the ocean.
So you brought in a sample of the poster. Tell us about all the artwork that went into the poster for that.
The poster was done by a local artist, the guy who works at Raven. His name's Arnie Sweckel, and the guy is so talented. He went through so much trouble. He had the actors come in and he photographed each of them, and then he took those photographs and working off of those, he drew individual, big pictures of each individual actor.
Awesome.
He scanned those in, moved them into the computer, and then manipulated it into making it the full poster. And he spent months doing it. It's a gorgeous piece of work. It's nothing I could have afforded. The guy did it out of the kindness of his heart. And Arnie, you rock.
Way to go, Arnie. So tell us what it was like working with some of the people on Dead of Night. Who were some of the people involved?
Number one was Jeff Schober. He's co-producer, he's leading man, he's stunt man. I could not have done this production without him. He works with me at Raven. He's in the motion capture department.
Awesome.
And yeah. Well, he choreographed all the fights that we did in Dead of the Night, and I can't say enough about the guy. It never would have gotten done without him. Next up would be Morgan Boland. She's the lead actress, and she's so talented. And she gets the important thing is she understood the humor, and
that always helps.
Yeah, especially a script like mine, you need actors that get what you're going for, and she definitely understood it. Then we've also got Ned Kitpride, who he kind of plays the bad guy.
Okay.
He plays a good guy and a bad guy.
Okay.
And that guy has put up with so much. When he plays the bad guy, we had real extensive makeup done on him that involved latex covering his whole face.
Whoa.
And one night we got done shooting at 6 in the morning. The sun was coming up. And he reaches around behind his head and he just pulls the latex off, and it looked so painful. It's like he's pulling his skin off. You could see the eye holes and the nose and the mouth and everything. It was the creepiest thing, but he had to do that so many nights, and he put up with it without complaining. We worked with Nicole Koski, who is a bad guy in the movie, and she's adorable. Again, she got the sense of humor. She started out playing it like Professor Snape, and I talked with her a minute, and she turned it around instantly and made it the Valley Girl that I was looking for. She got the humor instantly. Peter Hunt, who's a local actor, very talented guy. He plays a bad guy, and he does such a good job. I would love to see him play do Shakespeare, because he's got such depth and such emotion in what he does. And he took a character that could have been just a total throwaway, and he made it someone that you actually care about what happens to him.
Nice, nice.
And then everyone else all down the line. We had so many talented actors and actresses that, and also cast, and I've had so many people around Wisconsin help me out. Howie Waddell at Albion Swords. They make swords, but they had a part in their factory that they let us shoot in there.
Nice.
And he's also a filmmaker, and he's been very supportive. Yeah, all of Wisconsin has been really nice and understanding.
Oh, so you said that you've been working on this for 3 years. Has there ever been like really disastrous moments or anything like that you wanted to share with us?
It'd be easier to share the non-disastrous
okay,
moments.
let's go with those then.
One of the biggest problems we had was I had the whole movie is supposed to be like Buffy the Vampire Slayer meets Friday the 13th, where we've got a strong central female character, and the whole movie kind of revolves around her.
Okay.
I wound up going through 4 different actresses for the lead because
did they die on set? Did you?
I can't talk about that.
Okay, can't talk about that. Go on.
No. The first actress I wrote it for, because she was an actress locally that I had worked with doing voiceover at Raven. We have actors come in for that, and I really enjoyed working with her. Had a great sense of humor. So I wrote her the script, and I emailed her, "Hey, I've got this part for you," and she never got back to me.
Oh.
I hope my email went to junk mail or something. She wasn't just ignoring me. So she didn't work out. We auditioned. We got another actress who came in, and she wound up getting proposed to, and so she didn't have time because she had to prepare for her wedding.
Makes sense.
So we brought in a third actress, and just because of scheduling, that didn't work out. But then I got really lucky. I met up with Morgan Boland, and she is such a fantastic actress. She is everything I could have asked for to play that part.
Awesome. So how far along into the production was it before you got to Morgan? Like, were you
we burnt through probably a good year of getting started and stopping, and that's when we met her.
Okay. So there have been any kind of like, of all of it, has there been any really fun days of shooting that were just like, everything just came together and it was perfect? Or is there a lot of days you went in there and it was just like, okay guys, we need to stay on task or something like that?
No, if anybody goes off task, it's me. I'm the one who tends to make things, I try to keep things light on set, and things tend to run over because I talk a lot and I do a lot of takes. There have been days or nights where things went wrong, but by and large, most of the time, all the actors I worked with were just so energetic and so enthusiastic about the project, and everybody wanted to do the best they could. So I can't say anything was really bad.
Good, good. That's always nice to hear on a production.
Yeah.
Let's see. So you mentioned that Buffy the Vampire Slayer and Friday the 13th, were those two like films that influenced you to write this, or what kind of movies were you interested in?
As far as this genre, I like the comedy horror. I'm into that genre, and anything by Sam Raimi, or in particular Joss Whedon.
Oh yeah.
That guy, he does such great work with characters and in building stories. It isn't all just about flashy pyrotechnics. He wants to tell a good story.
Yeah. He is a unique storyteller, and I like following his work. I think everyone likes following his work.
Oh yeah, well his work on Avengers was just incredible. But I like what he did with Serenity, where again he's not afraid to take a woman and make her the central character at the end. Who kicked ass? It was that one young girl, you know.
No spoilers. So
sorry.
But anyways. Did you see Cabin in the Woods?
Yes.
Oh my God, I loved it.
That was, well, again, that's Joss Whedon. He's able to take a story and turn it on its ear.
Yeah. And I tell people that they need to check it out, and they're always like, I don't like horror movies. And I'm like, the movie's like 10% horror and 90% awesome.
Yeah.
But yeah. So what's your favorite movie, like, of all time?
Now The Avengers.
Now The Avengers?
Yeah.
It's right up there?
Yeah.
It's a pretty awesome one. Have you been following all the other movies, obviously, that lead up to this one?
Oh yeah.
It's been a real fun ride. I like, everyone's complaining about the Disney purchasing Star Wars, and they're like, oh, they're gonna ruin it. And then I'm like, But look what they've done with the Marvel series. Like, it's kind of the same thing.
Oh, I definitely think that they're smart enough. They've shown with like Pixar and with Marvel that they'll keep their hands off. Let the people work their magic.
Yeah.
And they'll take all the money.
And in all fairness, doing anything over George Lucas, I think, is going to be better. So I think, zing! Anyways, you're going to be showing the movie at Sundance.
Yes.
So when's that at exactly?
That's March 24th at 4:30.
March 24th at 4:30. And when did you wrap on the project?
We probably will tomorrow.
Right, so you're still...
We're finishing some stuff.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Got it right down to the wire.
Yeah. Actually, we did some ADR work last week. So, yeah.
That's fun. So what do you like working in Madison with filmmakers?
There's a lot of talent here, and it's nice to see that it's getting focused. I mean, we've got the UW, all the students there, the actors there, the theater program there, to work with those people. There is a good film community here.
Yeah, definitely. And I think that's kind of an under discovered jewel in here in Madison.
Very much so.
I'd like to thank you, Robert, for coming here.
Thanks for having me.
So this has been another exciting episode of Film Reels. We look forward to seeing Robert's movie. So check it out at Sundance. What was it, March
24th, 4:30.
March 24th at 4:30. Be there.
Oh yeah!